Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Rune News. I'm Abbey Higginbotham, and we here at Rune News are here to bring you the news from around campus and Kansas City every Tuesday. UMKC's spring commencement will be postponed for the time being. A Zoom graduation will fulfill the place of what would have been an in-person ceremony. Now, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, UMKC administration has decided to postpone the ceremony for right now, but with that, many seniors have been very disappointed with this outcome. We will give you more updates on this as they come in. With all classes now moved online, professors are trying to find new and innovative ways to teach their coursework. Rune News reporters talked to some professors to see how they felt about the transition. We go to them with more.
What's up, Bruce? It's your boy Jacob Lee, here to talk about the transition to online courses in Zoom. So have you noticed a change in the students' overall work ethic, attendance, and kind of being on top of assignments since we've swapped over to online courses?
I think attendance has actually gone up.
Really? Okay.
Two of my classes were face-to-face before the changeover, but I have found all of my classes, the attendance has gone up, and there are a lot of different reasons for this. Number one, the students understand the historical significance of this. Secondly, I think I wouldn't want to say lifeline, but I think a connection to UMKC in some way, a live connection, live session connection is important.
In terms of the upcoming semesters, whether it be summer or the upcoming fall semester, is there any news about how that's going to be? I know that online classes are going to be for the summer courses. Is there any news about the fall semester?
Not quite yet, no, but the faculty have been asked to prepare for any eventuality. So we'll be working, if you're not teaching an online class in the fall, you will learn to do it, or at least change your class so it can be done. Instructors are expected to all be certified to teach online courses, and there were a few who have not been, but now everybody will have to be in order to give students the benefit of an education, whether it be online or face-to-face. What the end result will be is anybody's guess at this time, but I doubt it's going to be the way it was before, unless a vaccine completely takes care of the problem the way polio was cured.
Thank you very much for letting me take up a little bit of your time. I appreciate you.
No problem.
So how are you doing today, Joseph?
Doing well.
Awesome, good to hear. Have there been any issues within your classes or with yourself or with your peers maybe that they've discussed with you about being online and just not having that motivation and such?
I feel like most people that I've heard from are, I typically hear that a lot of people are having trouble with the motivation aspect of it. And I do know that myself included, there have been some issues with like internet connectivity, which, you don't realize how some of that can affect you until all of a sudden it's dependent.
Yeah.
Well, I got to get on and do this. And so I think some of those problems come up, but I have noticed that professors have been very lenient, and recognizing that a lot of people are having difficulties like that.
As somebody who's a senior, have they talked to you at all about graduation or anything that's been going on with that?
So I think for the commencement stuff, they have some ideas about it, but they actually sent out a survey asking students, do you have some ideas?
Awesome.
About stuff that we could do.
So what have you been doing to keep active and motivated during this time?
I think, honestly, I've been going out and exercising in the morning, just going for runs, keeping all the social distancing.
Yeah.
But I think an aspect of that, just kind of getting some exercise and getting, some fresh air and everything, I think that's really important. And I know that, at least for me, there were a few days during the start of this whole thing where I was just kind of vegging out a little bit, and I was starting to feel it where, you don't really want to do much. And I know that doing that, getting some exercise, eating well, all of that stuff has definitely helped with kind of keeping active at a time when Netflixing is
Yeah,
quite easy. So,
absolutely. Yeah, I completely understand. And so thank you very much for joining me. It's been a pleasure having you here. So I hope you stay healthy, stay safe. You have a good one.
you too, absolutely. Take
Thank you.
care.
All right. Well, remember to stay safe and stay clean. Back to you, Abby.
COVID-19 has affected more than just our daily lives. It's affected the political climate in this country as well. Hayden and Irving sat down with a poli-sci professor to discuss how elections, politics, and much more have changed.
My name is Hayden Irving. I'm here with Professor Greg Vonnahme. I'm from Room News, and he is a professor in political science. So today he's going to be helping us understand more about the national and global impact of the pandemic. As you are a political science professor, what is your take on how politics have been affected due to this pandemic?
Well, right now, the pandemic has crowded out every other issue on the public agenda. I mean, this is what people are paying attention to. This is about the only issue that people are paying attention to, both in the U.S., at the federal level, at the state level, in our local governments. You might say, well, what about issues like the economy, issues like education? I mean, that's also true, but those things are just downstream from the pandemic. One of the best case scenarios for our society and for our economy is to control the initial outbreak, return to some semblance of life as usual as a country, and then whenever there's an outbreak, treat that as an isolated outbreak. So we might see lockdowns roll out through communities or maybe states, but the rest of the country as a whole would return to business as usual.
How do you see the economy recovering, if it ever will?
Yeah. We're starting to see some initial signs that we might be in not such a bad place, that we might be in that more optimistic scenario that once the immediate public health crisis passes, that I don't think we're going to get back to the levels of economic growth and levels of unemployment that we. I mean, the economy was quite good before the pandemic struck. I don't think we're going to get back to an economy that's that good that quickly. There are some initial signs, though, that we might return to an economy that's okay.
Thank you for joining me today, Professor.
Well, I'm happy to do it.
That's it for this week's Top Stories. Tune in next week for more. I'm Abby Higginbotham. Stay safe, Ruse.